I chose to study philosophy because it really felt like the fundamentals of every other subject. It's the one topic that gives you new tools of how to think, as well as allowing you to explore a vast history of wonderful thinkers.
Philosophy is such a unique subject because it can be so comforting and therapeutic, but at the same time it can be, very exciting and wondrous. And sometimes even a little bit scary as well. And I think to experience all these things in the subject that you study is just a privilege.
We get to look at classical thinkers such as David Hume and Thomas Aquinas, but then we also look at more modern thinkers such as like Judith Butler and Karl Popper.
You're often coming across different aspects of culture, different belief systems, different moments in history that you wouldn't otherwise come across, and you're repeatedly being compelled to understand another's argument, another's perspective, even if it's just for the sake of criticising it. And I think that's a really good skill to have.
While studying philosophy at Newcastle, each year you get to do a project, which is essentially a dissertation. You pick an area you'd like to research, normally outside of philosophy, such as something in media or in politics, and you explore that area using philosophical ideas or key thinkers.
For example, what I did was piracy, online piracy, which is very much an everyday phenomenon. And then you try to look at it from a philosophical perspective. So you'll use philosophers and their concepts and ideas to try and explain why that phenomena is actually happening in the real world.
What I enjoy about my undergraduate degree is the freedom I get. I feel that there's a vast choice in modules to choose from.
I chose Newcastle because of the city, but also because of the module content, and it also had a very good reputation.
I think the course has actually excelled my expectations. I was really excited to study philosophy, but I knew nothing about the university experience before I came. But I found the freedom that you get to explore what you personally are interested in is brilliant. The staff are really friendly, and it's just a really nice environment to be part of.
I think one of the things about philosophy students or philosophically minded people is that there's not that many of us, and most people in their everyday lives don't want to think about philosophical topics. So if you do have that kind of mind, it can be quite tricky to find like-minded people, and that's where the degree helps so much.
I think philosophy is the type of subject that does, it does inspire debate, and it very rarely stops at the seminar door. We have a philosophy society in which every week we have a different topic, so there'll be a debate there. But yeah, the social side of the subject is really good too.
Newcastle's a great city to live in. It's always really busy, it's always full of life, there's always things to do. It's a very friendly city.
This is easily the best city I've been to in UK. Everyone is so friendly, so down to earth, helpful. It's an amazing city.